Hey everyone, I'm Cosmo, and in this video I'm going to be rebuilding the petcock valve of my 1978 Yamaha DT175 gas tank. Chances are you've stumbled across this video because you're looking to do the same thing, so I hope you find this helpful. Basically, there are two rebuildable components on this petcock valve. I'm not sure if this petcock valve is used across all DT175s. I think the styles did switch at some point, so if you're not certain if this is the same one as you have, just compare it with mine and go from there. The first component is an O-ring, which seals the mating surface between the petcock and the gas tank, and the second component is also a gasket, which is for the ball of the petcock, and it stops the petcock itself from leaking. So hopefully once I replace both of these, my petcock will no longer leak. I did forget to mention that I will provide the part numbers for these gaskets in the description below, so you know, not to worry, I got you guys. I do have some gas left over in here, so hopefully it doesn't leak out, but let's get this done. First step is to basically get this thing off. That was a little too easy. I did clean my gas tank a little because I didn't want to get any dirt inside. Oh boy, I think I got crud in my gas tank. Crud or something. Alrighty, so now that we've got the petcock off, we're not really going to need the gas tank for a bit. I am going to set it aside safely. Keyword safely. I know that it's hard to see, but the O-ring in there is completely disintegrated. It's chewed up, it's disintegrated, so that's why this thing's leaking. I am probably going to ultrasonic this as well, so let's get started. This is what's left of the O-ring. Lovely. Off to ultrasonic and you go. As you can see, these bolts right here are chewed up, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, but I'll try and get them out, I guess. I do recommend wearing gloves when doing this. I just don't have any. Alright guys, I apologize. I realized that some of that footage, or all of that footage, might have been completely blurry, so I'm just gonna go through the pieces quickly. This is obviously the main body. This came out the bottom here. This little screen was also in the bottom there. This guy right here had this ring on it. That went over there, and it all mounted up to here with these crappy screws. So yeah, that's that. Sorry about that. Got the parts in the ultrasonic. Now I just got to fill it up with some solution and fire her up. Not sponsored. Very unfortunately not sponsored. Well, it does appear like my level's a little too low, so I gotta go get some distilled water. So I didn't have any distilled water, unfortunately. This is not good practice to use tap water because it's got minerals and whatnot in it, but for the time being, it'll have to do. So while the ultrasonic is doing its thing, I wanted to ask you guys for a little favor. If you are subscribed to the channel, then please make sure you have the little bell button clicked so that you're notified of my videos when they go up. Obviously, liking, sharing, commenting, all of that helps a lot. I love hearing your feedback. I love reading your comments. So by all means, go crazy. And if you're not subscribed to the channel and you are enjoying my content, then by all means, smash that subscribe button. That's all. Crap. Breathe too much of that crap in. Here are the parts after ultrasonicing. They're pretty clean, I'd say. definitely cleaner. I'm going to polish them up with some steel wool and reassemble it. I just realized something. I was very wrong about the order of these gaskets. So here I am taking apart the little bowl. Here, let me focus it. Well, it's good enough. I'm taking apart this little bowl, and all of a sudden, this rubber thing comes off of it, and I'm like, okay, I don't have a replacement for this. So then, I realized that the O-ring that I got actually goes on the bowl, and then, where's the other piece? And then this little guy goes onto the stem here. Crisis averted. Here are the components all cleaned up, polished up a little, and ready to be reassembled. I'm going to blow the air out of the main body and I guess, the filter and some of the other parts just to get the moisture out of it. I do recommend doing this as well. And yeah, that's about it. I'll set the camera up and start reassembling. I don't want stuff to corrode, and I also don't really want water in my fuel. The reason I decided to lubricate the O-ring is because I don't want it to get chewed up by the bowl as it's being tightened. So since my screws are entirely stripped, I am going to try and find some replacements. I have this to work with. And just like that, I have two nice little Allen bolts. That's why it's good to hoard your stuff. I just played myself. That doesn't clear. So those Allen bolts didn't work out. I managed to find these nice shiny screws. And then I ran into another problem. The second gasket that I got is actually the wrong gasket, and I don't understand why. I should really double check the part number, but I'm pretty sure I ordered the right one, and it doesn't fit. It doesn't go on. The only solution that I can come up with is this O-ring right here, which I have, but it's kind of oval. So as long as it actually like seats itself in here, it will be okay. It is the right diameter. Otherwise, I don't know. I mean, this is really my only shot here right now, and I'm gonna go with it. Well, here it is. It's ready to be put back on. I think I did a good job. I mean, we'll see how that O-ring in there does, but time will tell. And in the meantime, I'll try and figure out what went wrong. Hopefully that's tight enough. I'm really not sure how that's supposed to, how tight that's supposed to be. If anybody has any suggestions, please let me know. But I will be testing this tomorrow. I'm gonna see if it doesn't leak. Also, if somebody has any suggestions for undercoating your gas tank, let me know. I was thinking of just getting some Rust-Oleum, some red Rust-Oleum for the time being, and cleaning it up and spraying it down, trying to prevent all that rust from actually going through. You can't tell, but it's a little bit rusty. So it's just surface rust though, there's no pitting. I just don't want it to get worse. So yeah, came out pretty good, I'd say. Everything works. I mean, it's pretty tight on there. I think it's pretty tight on there. Anyway, we'll see. It's the next day and I just got home. The first thing that I wanted to do was fill up the DT to see if the fuel valve holds gas. And the first thing that I noticed was that the fuel that was left over in the gas tank, which was a very minimal amount, was actually on the floor. Meaning, I've still got a leaky cock. So I didn't film this part, but I did take apart the gas tank, well, rather the petcock. And I noticed that the O-ring that I found yesterday to try and replace that gasket was actually chewed up. Whether it got chewed up by the threads or already had time to disintegrate from the fuel is a mystery to me. But now I'm on the hunt for a gas-resistant O-ring. I don't necessarily want to wait for another part to get shipped in. I want to kind of wrap this bike up for the winter, and this is one of the last pieces. So I'm gonna go check out a bunch of stores, look for some O-rings, and I'll keep you guys updated. Don't know if this is gonna work. Doesn't even say what they're made of, but I doubt it's gonna work. I guess I'll buy one. I don't know. Well, I'm reading these guys' website and it says that these O-rings are suitable for almost any automotive repair job. Whether that includes gas or not, I don't know, but I guess I'll try. Jesus. This thing just talked to me. Watch, he'll do it again. I'm gonna walk by and he'll do it again. No? That's creepy. Back at the shop, and I'm gonna do a little experiment first before I try and put an O-ring inside that Petcock again. I'm gonna fill up a little container with gas. I'm gonna drop one of the O-rings that I know for sure I'm not gonna use in there, and in a couple of hours or maybe tomorrow, I'm going to see if it's disintegrated or not. I've dropped 2 O-rings in there. I will observe them and see how it goes. Hopefully they don't disintegrate. Fortunately, this package came with basically every O-ring you'll ever need except the one that I needed, but I ended up shoving one in there anyway. It's a little too big, but it might be okay. I've got it tight. I've got it tighter than I had it yesterday. Hopefully that'll help. The reason I did this is because even if that test works, there's no guarantee that I'm assembling this properly, because this is the O-ring that I put in yesterday, and as you can see, it's shredded. So I don't know if it's shredded because I put it on wrong or because it disintegrated from gas, or both. So I know I kind of went ahead of myself here and put the O-ring on the Petcock and the Petcock back in the gas tank, but I am going to wait to put the gas in there, because if my little experiment over there fails, then there's no point in putting gas in it. If it does succeed, then the only concern that I have is that I assembled the thing properly and didn't chew up the O-ring with the threads. So we'll know tomorrow morning. I can't start the bike tonight anyway. All I can do is wait, but for you guys it's just going to be a split second. Alrighty, it's another beautiful day, and I just checked on the O-rings. They're actually, I don't know, they seem like they're okay, but I can't stick around for long. I have to go see my parents, but when I get back, crap, I smell like gas again. When I get back, I am going to take him out of there, try and work them in my hands, see if they became more fragile. If not, I'm going to fill up the DT, I'm going to start it up. Well, you guys already know what the helmet means. The O-rings passed the gas test. I filled the bike up with some fuel and it's not leaking out. It's time to start it up and take it for a rip for the first time in a couple of months. I love this thing. I love this thing so much. I have the fuel off. Of course I have the fuel off. Oh, popped out of here. It's freaking cold outside.
guys.
Oh, nice. The Bender sticker on.
Yeah, man. You guys like Futurama?
Yep. For Halloween, I'm being Dr. Zoidberg.
Nice. Good stuff. Do you guys do tricks on those?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, you got a GoPro.
I do.
I got a GoPro too.
Nice.
It's dead right now.
Yeah, I've got a couple of batteries because I was having the same issue.
Yeah.
It's always dead.
Yeah.
Is there like a skate park you guys go to?
We kind of ride around the streets.
Cool.
I'm more of a park guy, but they're street.
Nice. I see you guys got some ramps. Alright, you guys have fun. As my girlfriend says, why are you wrecking your tires?
I did think that.
Having a good walk? It's chilly out. I'm gonna bring a bag before I get in trouble with the car.
You got a GoPro?
I do. I just talked to some kids on scooters. They like waved to me from a mile away, so I had to stop.
How old were the kids?
Like 9.
Oh, that's adorable.
Pretty cold. I absolutely love this bike. Oh, this thing runs like a dream now. I have to redo my front end. The fork seals are shot, so I gotta rebuild that. But it's not leaking fuel. Fingers crossed it stays that way. I am so stoked. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm glad I was able to finish it off on a good note. If this O-ring does leak, I did actually call up my local Yamaha dealer and talk to them. Well, I went in there to pick up my parts for the 100, which will be in another video. But I talked to them and they have a ton of O-rings on hand, so I just got to bring mine in or give them the size and they might be able to find something for me. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you did with the bell notifications on. Like the video, comment, share, do whatever you want. I love you guys. Peace out.